Hi, Devante? With Thursday's business for Tyreek Hill, the Miami Dolphins have an abundance of ability at receiver. The three-time All-Professional joins Jaylen Waddle, whose 104 receptions ultimate season had been essentially the most by means of a rookie in NFL historical past, Cedric Wilson, who joined the group from Dallas on a 3-year deal priced $22 million at first of loose company, and previous first-round pick out Devanta Parker. With Hill, Waddle, Wilson and franchise-tagged tight finish Mike Gesicki, the Dolphins have their 4 passing game guns. The Dolphins, who gave up first, second and fourth round choices in 2022 and fourth and sixth round choices in 2023 to obtain Hill, probably could be fascinated about entertaining business requires Parker. The inexperienced Bay Packers, who traded Davante Adams to the Las Vegas Raiders and may lose Marquez Valdes-Scantling in loose company, have an enormous hollow at receiver and the business capital to make it occur. I don't see a greater have compatibility, one league supply mentioned. The 14th total pick out in 2015, Parker has occupation totals of 338 receptions for 4,727 yards, 14.0 reasonable, and 24 touchdowns. In 2019, he had 72 receptions for 1,202 yards, 16.7 reasonable, and 9 touchdowns. Restricted to 10 video games in 2021 because of a hamstring damage, Parker stuck 40 balls for 515 yards and 2 rankings. Wednesday morning introduced every other blockbuster transaction on this whirlwind of an NFL low season, as but every other contract dispute between a celeb receiver and his workforce resulted in an industry. This time it used to be Tyreek Hill heading to the Miami Dolphins for a slew of draft choices. Except the most obvious comparisons that will probably be drawn between what the Kansas City Chiefs won for Hill and what the Green Bay Packers won for Adams, for which other industry charts will inform you various things. Why does this subject for inexperienced Bay? Tyreek Hill used to be added to a workforce who already had spent significant assets on the vast receiver place. They traded vital draft capital to transport up in final 12 months' draft, after which decided on Jaylen Waddle. Additionally, they simply signed Cedric Wilson to a 3-year contract with $12.75 million assured at signing and a complete price of as much as $23.55 million. Mixed with Hill, and you've got 3 significant additions to the crowd prior to now 11 months. Those 3 additions go away a productive receiver as surplus to necessities, and that receiver is DeVante Parker. I've all the time had a cushy spot for Parker, as I do with mainly any deep risk with 2 functioning palms. However, this doable acquisition strains up extraordinarily smartly for inexperienced Bay. Prior to I dive into Parker the participant, it's essential to dive into DeVante Parker's contract as a result of inexperienced Bay's cap state of affairs. This contract, which runs via 2023, is extremely simple to soak up so far as veteran avid gamers move. It could go away a useless cap hit of $5.4 million on Miami's books, and save them $3.34 million, whilst inexperienced Bay would handiest be at the hook for a most of $6.25 million this 12 months. Inexperienced Bay would have the versatility to kick a few of that cash to 2023 by means of changing some or all, however, the minimal of his base wage to 2023 as a part of a restructure, bringing his cap hit probably as little as $3.985 million. Inexperienced Bay may get extra inventive by means of including a void 12 months or operating viaduct some form of extension with Parker, even if that will require his cooperation. All in all, this can be a very manageable contract from a cap point of view, and no longer one thing you frequently see with a veteran participant. Taking a look at Parker's numbers the previous 2 seasons is beautiful underwhelming. He has accumulated 103 catches around the previous 2 seasons, however on beautiful middling potency with a catch rate of simply 58.5% and a yards per target of simply 7.43. Neither 2020 nor 2021 are specifically sparkling by means of DVOA both, as he used to be at minus 4.7% and 0% in the ones 2 years, respectively. So why am I pining for a participant who has been the definition of mediocre? As a result of quarterback play issues for receiver manufacturing, particularly a receiver like DeVante Parker, Tua Tagovailoa is unhealthy. No less than on the naked minimal, Tua Tagovailoa has performed badly. Up to now 2 seasons, Tua has ranked 18th and 26th in DVOA. Combining the 2 seasons, he ranks 28th in EPA per dropback. Tua's shortcomings are specifically destructive for DeVante Parker as his arm power is nearly non-existent and the Dolphins ran one of the vital conservative passing offenses you're going to ever see. All the ones jokes that had been made about Ben Roethlisberger? The ones practiced to Tua as smartly, as their supposed air yards had been handiest 0.3 yards aside final season. Tua's used to be 7, Roethlisberger's 6.7. Simplest Roethlisberger and Jared Goff had been extra conservative with the ball final 12